Hello everyone, my name is Dr. K.C.H. Apparao, working as an associate professor in mechanical engineering department. Today I would like to explain about the outcome-based education and mainly my subject heat transfer. What is the importance of outcome-based education? Okay, so first we'll see introduction of OBE. We can say that outcome-based education is nothing but it's not what we teach, but it's what the students will learn. Okay. So what you learn. So that is the main motto of this one. OBE is an educational process that focuses on what the student can do, or the qualities they should develop after they are taught. So this is very important. It focuses on the students gaining, okay, after completion of the subject. Okay, so main focus is on what student can do after completion of the subject, or the qualities they should develop after they are taught. So OBE involves the restructuring of curriculum, assessment, and reporting practices in education to reflect the achievement of higher high order learnings, okay, and the mastery rather than accumulation of course credits. Both the structures and the curriculum are designed to achieve those capabilities or qualities. Okay. So structures and curriculum are designed, okay, to reach that qualities or to achieve that qualities. An approach that focus on students learning rather than the teaching. Okay. So OB addresses the following key questions, mainly what do we want the student to have or be able to do after the completion of the course. Okay. Why do you want them to learn it, and how can we best help student to achieve it? Okay. So how will we know whether the students have achieved or not? These are the just focusing key questions. So how do we close the loop for further improvement? So this one is the continuous quality improvement. So by asking these questions, you can develop the OB principles. Here, principles of OB you can see clarity of focus first. Next one is the design down. Next to high expectations and expanding learning. So we'll see one by one. The first one is the clarity of focus. So teachers must be clearly focused on what they want student, what they want students to know, understand, and be able to do. In other words, teachers should focus on helping students to develop the knowledge, skills, and personalities, so that will enable them to achieve the intended outcome that have been clearly defined. Okay, so that is the main focus of this OBE. Next to design down. So it means that curriculum design must start with a clear definition of intended outcome. Okay. So by uh, based upon the intended outcome, the curriculum should be designed that students are to achieve by end of the program. So, so that is the main motto. Once this has been done, all instructional decisions of teaching and learning are then made to ensure the achievement of intended outcomes. So preparation of outcome is very important for this one. Next to high expectations. So teachers should establish high challenging standards of performance in order to encourage the students. to engage deeply in what they are learning. So, helping students to achieve high standards is linked very closely with the idea that successful learning promotes more successful learning. So, this is the main expectation. Expanded learning, teachers must strive to provide expanded opportunities for all the students in learning. So, this principle is based on the idea that not all learners can learn the same thing in the same way and in the same time. However, most students can achieve high standards if they are given appropriate opportunities. Okay. So this is the just like expanded learning. You know that these are the characteristics of the OBE curriculum. We have to prepare the program objectives and the program outcomes you have to prepare and the course outcomes. These are the very important uh, characteristics. So components of the OB is the inner is the instruction. Next one is the assessment talks and curriculum. Okay. Next to uh, a model hierarchy of outcomes. Okay. First the vision and mission of the institute and faculty. Next to how to prepare the program educational objectives. Okay. Program educational objectives is set by department. Next to program outcomes. Program outcomes are given by the NBA. So these are nearly 12 program outcomes are there. Next to learning outcomes, it means course outcomes. So course outcomes prepared by the experts of the subject. Okay. So long term outcomes, these are the vision and mission. Next to program education objects also. So these are the short term outcomes after completion of that subject. This includes the program outcomes and the learning outcomes. Okay. So this is the hierarchy of outcomes. Okay. So this is my subject. Just applied this OBA on this subject. So department is mechanical and subject name is heat transfer. Course code is AMBC 29 BTech program. Semester 5th. So core subject regulations under UG 20. Okay, so lectures 3, credits 3. Okay, so these are the course free um, requisites. So here in third semester and fourth semester, in third semester they will learn thermodynamics. In fourth semester, fluid dynamics. So it means FM, mechanics of fluids and hydraulic machines. So this is the overview of heat transfer. So heat transfer is the flow of thermal energy. So because in heat transfer we see transmission of energy from one body to another body or one part of the body to another part of the body. You know this. Okay. So thermal energy due to the temperature difference. So temperature difference with respect to direction. dt by dx, the temperature gradient is the driving potential and driving parameter of the heat transfer. So due to the temperature difference and the subsequent temperature distribution changes commonly measured as a heat flux. So measuring of this flow of heat, so that is the heat flux Q. Q is nothing but Q by A. So how to measure this one? So we measure this one by three modes. You know that conduction, convection, and radiation. So this course focus on the heat transfer modes such as conduction, convection, radiation. Next, the boundary conditions also. Based upon this boundary condition, we can derive the formulas. Okay. So rate of heat transfer formula in a particular body, either it is rectangular, circular, or spherical also. Next to steady state and unsteady state conditions also we can study. Next to heat exchangers, exchanging of heat exchangers. These are the devices to enhance the heat transfer rate between the two fluids. So to apply it mainly modern electric and electronic plants uh, require efficient dissipation of the thermal losses, mainly fins, uh, which are placed on the motors of electrical motors or some electronics components also to uh, enhance the dissipation of heat from the body to atmosphere. Okay. So thus there is a great relevance for this course in modern heat exchangers and the heat treatment of winds and the complex mechanical systems also. This is the overview of this course. These are the course objectives prepared by our department and experts. The governing equation, the student will try to learn after through this subject the governing equation and performance relations of various modes mainly using these three types of coordinating systems, Cartesian coordination or spherical or cylindrical coordinate system. So application of three modes, heat transfer modes in those coordinate system. Next one is the concept of validating heat transfer parameters during internal external flows based upon the non-dimensional numbers and convective heat transfer mode. So second one is next one, the performance and analysis of heat exchangers for real-time applications. Okay. So the application of heat exchanger, we know that that application using that especially in heat exchangers using the methods logarithmic mean temperature difference method and number of transfer unit NT method. So by using these two methods you can design the heat exchangers. Okay. So the design methodologies for enhancing heat transfer among a wide variety of practical engineering problems. Okay. These are the course objectives. Next, course outcomes prepared by experts of this course. The first outcome of the course with respect to first unit, recall the basic concept of heat transfer mechanism and the general heat conduction equation, Cartesian coordinate system, cylinder coordinate system, and spherical coordinate system. To derive the rate of heat transfer in rectangular bodies, cylindrical bodies, and the spherical bodies. So that one. Next, to solve problems involving the steady state heat conduction. Okay. Uh, Next, without generating the simple geometries. Next, third one is the third course outcome. It is make use of concept boundary layer theory. Okay. For the derivation of empirical relations related to characteristics of the boundary layers. Here we'll see two types of boundary, velocity boundary layer and the thermal boundary layer. So finding of boundary layer thickness, very important. So that one also will here. So that one also covered in here. So next to course outcome 4, that utilize the principles associated with the convective heat transfer coefficient to formulate and solve the heat transfer coefficient of various cross-sectional areas, cylindrical, rectangular. So when the fluid is flows on the flat surface and circular pipe and on the circular pipe, so we'll uh, find the rate of heat transfer. Okay. Next, fifth one, explain the physical mechanism involved in the radiation. So radiation concept, to cover the radiation concept, you have to uh, understand the mechanisms. What are the mechanisms involved in radiation heat transfer? Next, boiling and condensation also, you have to understand the mechanisms which are involved in boiling and condensation. So to give various correlation applied to heat exchangers and boilers and heat engines, application oriented. Next, analyze the LMTD and NTU techniques for tackling real-time problems with the mainly heat exchangers. Okay. So these are the outcomes. 6 outcomes have been taken for this program, and there are 12 program outcomes. POs are there given by NVA. So these are the first one covers the uh, engineering knowledge. Second is the problem analysis. Third one is the design and development of the solutions. Fourth related to conduct investigation of complex problems. Fifth one is the modern tools. Sixth is the engineers and society. Seventh covers the environment and the sustainability. Next, eight is ethics, and nine teamwork. Okay. So 10th is the communication. 11th is the project management and finance related. So last one is the lifelong learning process. So these are the based upon these key points. Just 12 POs have been prepared by NBA team. Okay. So here, just like how program outcomes are assessed. So here, which type of PO is assessed to this course? Just to identify four POs. PO1, engineering knowledge. It is very important. The strength is given to two based upon the SC and CA and AAT. Okay. So next one is the problem solving. So it is a problem, real time problem solvation is there here. So next PO also mapped to this course. Third PO, design and development of solutions for the designing of new heat exchangers and pin fins by different conducting materials also. So based upon that one, this PO also mapped to this one. Next, fourth one is the conduct investigation of complex problems. So real-time problems. So this one also, the strength has been given one. Okay, so totally 1 to 4, PO1, PO2, PO3 and PO4 have mapped to this course. Next, PSO, program specific outcomes also. Here, three outcomes are there. Here, second outcome is very relevant to this subject. Formulate and evaluate the concept of thermofluid systems to provide the solution for interdisciplinary engineering applications. So the strength has been given to. Okay, so based upon the quiz and something assessment will be performed. So these are the by next based upon these course outcomes and relativeness of course and term with respect to POs, we have to write the justification. In this justification, we have to quote the vital components or vital keywords. So each PO has different types of keywords. Some keywords are identified. So CO1, justification for the CO1 how to be written and how to cover those keywords which are very relevant to CO1. Okay. So in up to 6 also you have to write the justification with respect to PO1 and P2, P3, P4. Okay. So by justification we can identify the just mapping of each one. So here CO1 is mapped with PO1, CO2 is mapped with 1 and 2, 3, 2, 3 mapped, and so these are the mapping which are very relevant to COs and POs. So these are the PSOs are mapped. Okay. So these are the weightages taken from the vital keywords. How many words are covered in this justification? Based upon that one, just we find that weightages. Okay. So suppose 0 to 5 covering, that is none. And next to 5 to 40 percentages, so that shows the one. 40 to 60, that is the second weightage. So 60 to 100, so that's the third weightage. So based upon the percentages, just this weightages have been given. Okay. So here you can observe the weightages of CO1 and with respect to POs and PSOs also. Okay. So thank you listening this class. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. hit the bell icon for more updates.